Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's a big honor for me to represent my research in the International Conference on Management and Communication. We call it ICMC 2023. My title in my research is a representation of the effective dimension of Gurindam 12 for Malay adolescents in Pekanbaru. In my background study, it's about advance in technology and globalization have resulted in social crisis. The social crisis has caused humans to experience unfair competition, corruption, civil war, moral decline, and the occurrence of various acts of violence. And the direct result in the loss of human values, so that humans in turn will lose their traditional roots, even their identity. And the flow of modernization has caused people, especially teenagers or adolescents, to start leaving the local culture and switching to an outside culture that is considered more representative of themselves. And the literary works in Gurindam 12 contain many meaningful messages so that they have meaning of people's lives, especially the Malay community in Riau regions in Pekanbaru City. And my problems is two problems in this research. And the first of all is aims to explain how the Malay culture identity, especially teenagers in Pekanbaru City, which is guided of Gurindam 12. And the second one is what is the right model as form of defense of Malay identity based on Gurindam 12 carried out by internal Malays in order to face current threats. And my method on this research is using qualitative methodology. This study is qualitative in nature and will use data on traditional oral poetry genres, namely Gurindam 12 by Raja Ali Haji as study material. According to channels, the use of research design using qualitative data is very appropriate if this study involves the attention of an individual or unit, one group of people, family, one class, or one community. The expanded qualitative study using interview technique is able to provide a framework work where respondents can share their understanding and knowledge in their own way. Okay, and this my result or my findings in a broad sense. The idea of emotion refers to everything that human processes that is in some way connected to their attitudes, personality, behaviors, interests, and values throughout of or their interaction while at school. Students' behavior and attitudes are evaluated using their affective state as the criterion because the emotional side is still tightly tied to cognition. In general, it is easier to predict changes in person's behavior if that person has greater level of cognitive ability, despite the fact that it is not usually the case in reality. So, the affective dimension, there are several dimensions that will be looked at and are known to be able to answer the problem statement. So, my research using 220 of adolescents in Pekanbaru City. So we can say that 57.3% of the 220 people who answered the survey said they sometimes follow the teachings in Gurindam 12. Example of 8 people said that didn't know how the teaching of Gurindam 12 were put in practice. This is a rate of 2.1%, and 7.3% of the people who fill out the survey said that they use the teaching in Gurindam 12 very often. 25% of 96 people in the sample group said that they often use the teachings of Gurindam 12 in their daily lives. With a percentage rate of 6.3%, 24 people in the sample said that they had never used the teaching of Gurindam 12. With a rate of 2.1% and 2.1% of the sample said that they were still not sure how the use of teaching Gurindam 12 in their daily lives. So my conclusion is, based on the results and discussion of representation of the effective dimension of Gurindam 12 in Pekanbaru Adolescents, which was loaded with teaching values in the form of values culture in between Islamic religious values, behavioral guidance, and self-control, and management of human thoughts and feelings. According to the findings of the research, each of the verses in Gurindam 12 has a cohesive, coherent relations with the others in the form of behavioral teachings, moral guidance, and character education values that they are very relevant in the past, present, and future for the Malay people to represent. So this is my representation in this time. Thank you for attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.